Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about Monday Night Raw for January the 27th, 2025. Now, this is the the go home show before the Royal Rumble, which is this Saturday. And overall, I enjoyed the show. The best thing on the show was CM Punk and Cody Rhodes, their face to face was the best thing on the show. And I only got one word to describe that segment: cooked. Because they cooked, bro. They cooked. The callbacks and the tension that they had. And yeah, bro. And dude, they did a great job, man. They did a great job at getting us ready for this Rumble that's on Saturday. And you had all these other people too announcing themselves in the Rumble. Penta and Logan Paul and all these other people. Yeah, with the Punk and Cody segment. Yeah, after everything, bro, I changed my pick. Dude. At first, I said it was going to be Cena. But based off of what happened tonight, I'm changing to CM Punk, bro. I'm going straight for CM Punk. Because, yeah, Cody and Punk, they were the final two in last year's Rumble. And that's when Punk tore his triceps and Cody won the match. And believe it or not, dude, Punk was actually my pick last year. He was my pick last year to win it because, it was his first year back and all that. But, I'm kind of glad that he didn't win last year. And, I said it too a while ago that Rollins should eliminate Punk, because, the match that they had on that Netflix debut episode. But, I changed my mind again. I want to see CM Punk get his WrestleMania moment. And that was another thing too. The fact that everybody keeps telling CM Punk, oh, I main evented WrestleMania. And Rollins saying I'm going to crush CM Punk's WrestleMania dream. And Sami in the show saying, oh, I main evented WrestleMania. You haven't. So, yeah, man, I want to see Punk win this Rumble match, and go ahead in the main event. But, yeah, overall, man, it was a good show, man. It was a really good show. The Cody Rhodes and CM Punk segment was the best thing on the show. And that's the one thing that people will be talking about. And, just like what I said before, the tension that they had, they try to stop each other from leaving the ring. Like, hey, I'm not done with you yet. I'm not done talking to you. No, I'm not done talking to you. But yeah, that was great, bro. Great stuff. So this is the Monday Night Raw review on The Ryan Awesome Show for January the 27th, 2025. And if you're watching this video right now, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new and you're watching me for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here on Monday nights for Monday Night Raw. And I'm here on Friday nights for SmackDown. And so, yeah, man, we were live in Atlanta, Georgia. And so Seth Rollins, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, was on his way to the ring. And Rollins, he had welcomed everybody to Monday Night Rollins. And he said that he's going to win the Rumble. And he's talked about 2025, how it started off for him. It started off on a rough start with him losing to Punk on a Netflix debut and all that stuff. And so the crowd just started chanting CM Punk, CM Punk. And he said that, there's nobody's better than me. Nobody's better than Seth Rollins. And he said that he's going to toss everybody over that top rope. He went down a list of everybody that announced themselves in the Rumble: Drew McIntyre, John Cena. And he mentioned Roman Reigns too. He said that, he's especially throwing Roman Reigns out of the ring. And he said that he's going to crush CM Punk's WrestleMania dream, just like what I said earlier. But he asked the crowd, like, which championship should I go after? Should I go after Cody Rhodes? Or should I go after Gunther? And Rollins had brought up the point, how poetic would it be if I were to be the one to take the same championship from Cody Rhodes that I helped him win? And Gunther's music hit. And so Gunther, he had bragged about beating Jey Uso at Saturday night's main event. And Gunther said that, me, I've been defending my championship, being a great world champion, while you, as of late, you've been complaining a lot. Gunther, he had told Rollins, you need to focus on winning the Royal Rumble. And, Rollins had told Gunther, you see that World Heavyweight Championship that you have right now? I've made that championship into what it is today. That championship is synonymous with Seth freaking Rollins. Gunther had told Seth Rollins, in 2025, you're not the best wrestler in the world anymore. I am, because I have this championship. And then we had Logan Paul. His music had hit. We saw weeks and weeks of vignettes from Logan Paul. So this is his first appearance on Raw. Logan Paul, he tried to talk But he was drowned, bro. He was drowned by booze. And, he kept talking. But, dude, it was really hard, man. It was really hard hearing him. I couldn't hear him because the booze was just so loud. So Logan Paul announced himself in the Royal Rumble. He said that he works hard. He works smart, not hard. Gunther has said, you know what? I changed my mind. Because earlier, Gunther had told Rollins, I hope you win the Royal Rumble and go after me for my World Heavyweight Championship. And then Gunther, at the same time, he said, you know what? I changed my mind. I hope you, Logan Paul, I hope you win the Royal Rumble so I can smack that stupid smirk off your face and embarrass you, right? And so Rollins has said, the only person that's going to be embarrassed is you, Gunther, when I take the World Heavyweight Championship away from you. And yeah, this Royal Rumble, man, it's freaking loaded. It's freaking loaded with stars, bro. Got Cena, you got Drew, you got Roman, you got Punk, you got Rollins, you got Penta, who announced himself in a Rumble. You got Logan Paul, Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, right? All these people. Yeah, bro. The Royal Rumble, man, shaping up to be a great Royal Rumble, bro. So Kathy Kelly, she was backstage. She interviewed CM Punk. Kathy asked Punk about the Rumble, and Punk has said, Kathy, if you're in the Rumble, I'll throw you out too. So Sami came out of nowhere. He interrupted Punk, right? He interrupted Punk, and he called him out. He called out CM Punk for what Punk had said last week, that Sami wasn't on his level and all that stuff. Sami was like, yeah, we're not on the same level. That one of us is a WrestleMania main eventer and the other one person is not. And so Sami had left because Punk, you couldn't come back from that. Couldn't say anything after that. So Sami left, and Sami ran into Karrion Kross. And so Karrion Kross, once again, playing mind games, a person that liked to stir stuff up all the time. He did it with the New Day. Now he's doing it with Sami Zayn. And so Sami was like, Kross, I know what you're trying to do, but I have a lot on my plate. I don't have time to deal with you right now. And Kross had told Sami, start listening to your friends. You need to start listening to Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, right? And he believes that Sami, you kicked Seth Rollins on purpose. So Kross had told Sami to start thinking with your head and not your heart. So Kross had left, right? And Sami was watching Kross leave. And so Cody Rhodes startled Sami Zayn. And Sami told Cody, it's good to see you. And so he left. And so Jackie Redmond, right? Jackie Redmond, she was with A-Town Down Under, who got transferred from SmackDown to Raw. They were in the crowd. Austin Theory is from Atlanta, Georgia, so it's a hometown boy. And they both just was talking trash about the tag team division. And, talking trash about the War Raiders and the Judgment Day because they have a match next for the World Tag Team Championships. It was the Judgment Day. That was Dirty Dominik and JD McDonough of the Judgment Day versus the War Raiders, who are the World Tag Team Champions. That's Erik and Ivar. For those of you that don't know, the Judgment Day has new music. They have new music, and the music sucks. It doesn't fit them at all. I don't know why they changed it. You went from Alter Bridge to this garbage, this Def Rebel garbage. The match was great. JD McDonough, he had an outside moonsault to Ivar, and the back of his head that hit the announce table. That was the most brutal spot in the match. And so the referee went to go check on JD, and JD got up after that. But the crowd started showing JD respect. They started cheering for him, even though he's the heel and all that. But still, though, you never want to see anybody get hurt, whether they're a babyface or a heel. And JD had hit his side slam. He used to call it the Devlin side. He did it on Ivar while Ivar was on the second rope. Carlito had showed up during the match. It was towards the end. He showed up behind the referee's back. He took out Erik, and he spit the apple in Ivar's face. And, of course, the referee didn't see it. And so JD and Dom hit their respective finishing moves. JD hit the moonsault, and Dominik followed it up with the frog splash, and Ivar kicked out of that. Carlito had got taken out by the Raiders, and then we had the War Machine finisher move to Dom to retain their titles. And then we went to Ludwig Kaiser and Pete Dunne. They were talking backstage, and Kofi and Woods had showed up. The New Day had showed up, and they tried to get Kaiser and Pete Dunne to back them up, and then they just left them high and dry. So even the heels don't like the New Day. And so Kathy Kelly shows up, and she tried interviewing Woods and Kofi, Atlanta's favorite son. Well, Kathy thought that he was talking about who Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, or Cody Rhodes, because they're all from Atlanta and all that stuff. Woods said, I am Atlanta's favorite son. Woods has said that he's going to beat Rey Mysterio tonight, And so we went into the match. We went into the match with Rey Mysterio versus Xavier Woods. Just like Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods also wrestled in black jeans. They still have no music. So they came out, they interrupted with the microphone, and Woods had told the crowd that they should respect the fact that his family is here tonight. And he said that he's the best to come out of Atlanta and all that stuff. And we went to commercial break. We came back from commercial break. They had the reserved chairs, right? And they were empty, so his family didn't show up yet. The match overall, it was slow and methodical. Rey Mysterio, of course, uses speed. And Xavier Woods, it was a different style from Xavier. You know, it was methodical, slow and methodical, you know, because he slowed down Rey Mysterio. So Rey Mysterio was draped on the ropes, right, inside the ring. And Xavier Woods just dove off the second rope and just stomped Rey Mysterio. And his head had hit the mat. Xavier Woods' family finally showed up. It was his mom, his dad, and his sister had showed up. Lil Yachty, he was there too. He was sitting right by Xavier Woods' family. Walked up to his family. And so they had like something covering their shirts. And so they revealed their shirts and it said New Day sucks. Woods was shocked. And so he went back into the ring, and then Rey Mysterio hit the 619 to Xavier Woods to win the match. Yeah, man, New Day is continuing to lose. When will they get a win, bro? You just turn these guys heel. They need to win something, bro. You just can't have them lose all the time. And then on top of that, bro, they barely even on the show. We had Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins. They were backstage. Sami tried to explain himself to Rollins that what happened last week was an accident. You know, it was an accident. Rollins said, you know, he gets it. I get it. And so Rollins had told Sami, if it happens again, you know, I don't even know if it's an accident at this point anymore. Sami was like, I'm telling you, it was an accident. And he asked Rollins, you know, we good? We cool? And so Rollins was like, yeah, we're good. A video segment of Jackie Redmond and CM Punk. And the thing was, they were talking about this favor that Paul Heyman had promised Punk. And so after this, we had Jey Uso. He made his entrance from the crowd with Quavo. It was long, bro. I was like, man, talk about a waste of time. This was a waste of time, bro. Like, he came out and he really declared himself in a Royal Rumble. He talked about losing to Gunther, and, you know, he declared himself in a Royal Rumble. And he came out dancing and stuff. I was like, dude, what the heck are you dancing for? You lost. You lost to the World Heavyweight Champion. You know, he did all that stuff. To announce himself as an entry to the Royal Rumble. And that could have easily been saved for a vignette. But Jackie Redmond, she was backstage with Lyra Valkyria, who is the women's Intercontinental Champion. And Lyra had declared herself in a women's Royal Rumble match. So American Made had interrupted. And Gable says that Ivy will win the IC Championship for him. I mean, us. And so Lyra had told Gable and Ivy, this is as close that you two will ever see an Intercontinental Championship. American Made had left, and they ran into Alpha Academy, Otis and Tozawa and Maxine Dupree, and they were doing TikTok videos. So they were dancing to their TikTok videos, and Gable was like, you guys are an embarrassment. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez fought the tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. So Michael Cole had brought up the point that Naomi got eliminated by Jade Cargill in last year's Royal Rumble match. So yeah, I thought I didn't even remember that. And it was kind of interesting that he brought this up in this match. It could be clues that Naomi attacked Jade Cargill. Liv Morgan went for the Oblivion and Bianca had blocked it. And she tried to go for the KOD and she hit the KOD. She went for the cover. And Dominik was out there. He ran out to the ring and he distracted the referee. And Bianca attacked Dominik. And so Naomi hit her split-legged moonsault finishing move to Liv. Went for the cover. Raquel had dragged her outside the ring, slammed her onto the ring apron. And so Liv had pinned Naomi to win the match. And so Kathy Kelly was backstage with Rhea Ripley, the women's world champion. She asked how Rhea was, how her body was. Because she beat Nia Jax, right? She beat Nia Jax on Saturday. And she asked how Rhea was feeling. And she said she was sore and all that stuff. Kathy had asked Rhea, what's your predictions on a Rumble? Who you think is going to win the Rumble? And Rhea said she really don't care because whoever wins the Rumble, you know, they're going to get brutalized by her because her whole thing is the brutality. And so Bayley has showed up and says that she's going to win the Rumble 2 years in a row. And maybe it's going to be her that's going to go one-on-one with Rhea Ripley for her title. So yeah, and then Rhea had left. Bayley, she had turned to her side. Or the camera had turned to Bayley's side and you saw Io Sky. So these two, no strangers to each other. They were both in the same group, same faction, Damage Control. Io has said, I'm going to see you on Saturday. Kai Cenat, of all people, he showed up on Monday Night Raw. He had a whole entrance and everything. And so Pat McAfee, who was on commentary, Pat McAfee was back. Forgot to mention that. He welcomes Kai to Monday Night Raw. And Kai had thanked the fans. So Pat asked Kai, what were you looking forward to in the Rumble? And he said, I can't wait to see John Cena win the Rumble and all that stuff. And he called out I Show Speed, because they're both going to be streaming a Rumble. We had a vignette of Penta. Penta, he declares himself in a Rumble in a vignette. And I was like, oh, yeah. We got Penta in the Royal Rumble match. And so Paul Heyman had showed up while they were going through the lineup. And so the crowd erupted with cheers. And so Paul was talking about Roman Reigns being the cover star of WWE 2K25. And they had a flag that just popped out of nowhere from the ceiling. And it showed the cover, the 2K25 cover with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. So Paul has said that Reigns was the biggest star. He is the biggest star in the industry. And, he won his Ulafala and he will get his title back. And he said that everybody in the back is nothing more than a Roman Reigns wannabe. When he was talking, man, you heard like a little snort in his voice. And I was like, Paul, breathe. Paul, breathe. Breathe, Paul, breathe. And so Drew McIntyre, his music had played. And Drew came out. Paul Heyman was nervous, of course. And so Drew had told Paul, hey, Paul, you look nervous, man. Like, don't worry, man. I'm not about to hurt you. I'm here to talk to you. The crowd started chanting, we want Roman. And we still haven't seen Roman Reigns since he won the Tribal Combat match. But we will see him at the Rumble. Drew has said that he's the daddy of the bloodline. I was like, what the heck does that mean? The daddy of the bloodline. I caused all this stuff. I'm the catalyst of the bloodline. And Drew had talked about the 2020 Royal Rumble. The 2020 Royal Rumble, the Rumble that he won. He talked about eliminating Roman Reigns because they were the final two in that match. And he eliminated Roman Reigns. And Drew went to WrestleMania and he fought Brock Lesnar. But he didn't say Brock Lesnar's name. He said the Beast. And so, yeah, he went and fought the Beast, your client, Paul. So Drew, he just wanted Paul Heyman to thank him for what he started. And so Paul was like, Drew, thank you, but you're crowding me. So Drew had gave him some space. Everything that Drew McIntyre had said to Paul Heyman, Paul was like, okay, I'll pass the message to Roman Reigns, my tribal chief. And so Drew had stopped Paul. He was like, no, I'm not talking about Roman. You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about your boy, CM Punk. And so Drew had told Paul to run. And so Paul got out of there. He got out the ring. So Jackie Redmond had interviewed Braun Breaker, the Intercontinental Champion. And she had asked Braun what's next. And he said the Royal Rumble. So Braun Breaker declares himself in the Rumble. And, and his whole thing is, do I hear any dogs in the house tonight? Before he even said that, Penta had interrupted Braun. And Penta didn't even say a word. He just did his whole Miedo. The crowd chanted along with it. And they left. That could be a future match. Braun and Penta? Yes. And so we had the match of the night right here. Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. And so they mentioned this on commentary that Sami has never beaten Drew McIntyre and that he was 0-10, right? Against Drew McIntyre. Now he's 0-11. And so, yeah, Sami got whooped. He got whooped in this match. I mean, they beat the crap out of each other, but Sami got whooped. He was bleeding from his nose. His chest was all red from them chops. And yeah, just like what I said, he started bleeding from his nose. I don't even know where it came from. And so yeah, they were fighting outside the ring. Drew tried to go for the Claymore kick, but Sami moved out of the way, and Drew landed on top of the announce table. Sami tried to go for the Haluva kick, but Drew had moved out of the way, and he had rolled up Sami. And Drew, while he rolled up Sami, Drew had put his foot on the ropes for the cheap win. So Drew McIntyre wins the match. And he still, even though he won the match, he still attacked Sami Zayn. He beat him up. And so Cody Rhodes' music had hit. He came out to save the day. And so he and Drew started brawling. And Cody hit the Cody cutter on Drew. And so from out of nowhere, Kevin Owens came out and attacked Cody Rhodes. And so, yeah, while Cody Rhodes, he was fighting back, Drew McIntyre came back and started attacking Cody Rhodes. And so Sami tried to go for the Haluva kick because they were both in the corner. And Drew moved out of the way. And he ended up hitting Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn ended up hitting Cody with the Haluva kick. So this is the second week in a row that Sami accidentally Haluva kicked somebody. He Haluva kicked Seth Rollins last week. and he haluva kicked Cody Rhodes this week. Well, Kevin Owens was right next to Sami, patting him on his chest, saying, good job and all that, and he left. And so Sami, he was like, it's not like that. It's not like that. It was an accident. And he just left the ring. He was just upset. Came back from commercial break, right? And Cody was he was getting up. So Cody Rhodes just got beaten up, just got haluva kicked, and he just got back up. He already had a microphone in his hand, and so he just started talking. The WWE championships were in the air, right? They were hanging above the ring. The Wing Eagle championship and the WWE title. And so he was talking about the title. He was like, his whole life he always wanted that championship. And he talks about being committed, being the first person to clock in and the last person to clock out. So CM Punk music had hit. And Punk, because Cody Rhodes don't look good at all. He looked like he's tired. You could tell from the promo he looked tired. And so Punk had asked Cody, "Are you all right? Like really, are you all right? Everything that's going on is getting to you, and it's turning you into a person that you're not." And so Punk was talking about his reign as WWE champion, that 434 reign. Punk has says that none of us are Superman and all that stuff. He told Punk that, "Punk, you are my true and only friend, my only friend," right? And then so Punk was like, "Yes." And he said, "I'll always be your friend." And that was a promise. That was a promise to your dad, Dusty. He told Cody that I love you and all that stuff. Cody had asked Punk, "What's next for me?" So Punk started talking about responsibilities, right? Because when you're the champion, the world champion, you're the face of the company. There's a lot of responsibilities. The responsibilities like media and all that stuff, and less time with your family. It's a lot of sacrifices. And Punk has said that someone will chase you. When you're on top, there's always going to be somebody that's going to chase you. There is somebody that's going to win the Royal Rumble. There is somebody that's going to face you for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania in the main event. So Cody was like, "Okay, that's the good news. So what's the bad news?" And so Punk was like, "The bad news is me, because I will win the Rumble and I will go ahead and I'm going to face you at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. And you know how your so-called friends, they stab you in the back? Well, Cody Rhodes, since I'm your friend, I'm your true friend, I'm going to stab you in the front." And so that was a good line. That was a great line, bro. Cody has said that he's not chasing him, because earlier they talked about CM Punk being the one that's getting chased and all that stuff. And Cody was like, "Okay, I'm not chasing you. You the person that's chasing me." And Cody was like, "I want you, Punk, to catch up." And so Cody tried to leave the ring, and Punk just stopped him from leaving. Like, no, I'm not done talking to you. And so Cody said something. So yeah, Punk had said something, and then Cody tried to stop Punk from leaving. And so Cody was like, no, I'm not done talking to you. And so Cody said, when it's all said and done, yada, yada, yada. I'm just paraphrasing on what they said. When it's all said and done, the best in the world is not the best in the world anymore. And so that was it with that segment. The best segment on the show. And it's the main thing that everybody was going to be talking about. And yeah, now my pick is CM Punk. CM Punk is my pick to win the Royal Rumble this Saturday. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. I think he will win it based off of what happened tonight. What number will he be? I don't know. Probably, maybe he's going to be in there early. I see him being in there early and lasting to the very end. It might be he and Rollins. They might be the final 2 or 3. He and Rollins going to be in the final 2. Will he win the WWE Championship from Cody Rhodes if he wins the Rumble? I really don't know, man. Good go-home show before the Rumble. It really got me ready for the Rumble. But yep, I will not be able to watch it live because I have a match this Saturday. I have a Royal Rumble match of my own this Saturday. But the thing is, dude, it starts early. The show on Saturday, it starts early. I'm talking about the match that I have. It starts early, and I think we're going to be out before the Rumble starts. And I think they're having a Royal Rumble party at the event. The Punk and Cody stuff, they freaking cooked. And if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. Right next to that subscribe button is a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded. Because I'm here each and every single week. Here on Monday night for Monday Night Raws and Fridays for Friday Night SmackDown. And yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday for SmackDown and then Saturday for the Rumble. Once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you. Thank you guys for showing up and showing out for all these videos that I've posted lately. And yep, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome, my awesome ones. And that's that.